Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is the weekend. It's Saturday morning. Hope your week's been really good. Hope you're getting to reach all the goals you set for yourself this week. That you're getting to cross all the things off your checklist that you wanted this week to get done. Our teacher for this week is Hafez, and I've got a couple of thoughts to read to you before we get into today's meditation. Somebody, a very good morning, and Estelle, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good weekend. So part of our psyche, part of being human, is very interested in the survival of this human body. Of course it would be. That's what it's designed, the body is designed to do. It's designed to survive for as long as it can. We call this part of us the body, we call it small self, ego, perhaps our scared parts. Those parts of us that are tasked with the survival of this vessel. Since before you were born, your subconscious has been recording all of the details of everything you've ever experienced, as well as all of the meaning that you made from these experiences. Hey Jesse, good morning, happy Saturday. So there's a collection, a recording of all of our experiences and the meaning we made from those experiences that play a huge role in how we see ourselves and how we see the world. And in order to feel like you know how to survive, your body tries to reach for a sense of certainty. Certainty is one of the ingredients we feel, our body feels we need in order to facilitate survival. And in a very uncertain world, your recording, the recording of the past, is the closest thing to certainty that you could possibly hold on to. The problem is that to your small self, this recording and the meaning that you made from the past events is seen as truth, because after all, these things actually did happen. Your ego only has this recording to rely on, which is why it will dwell there, with its feet firmly planted in the truth of the past. The truth of the past. It looks into the future and predicts more of the same. Is it any wonder that we struggle being present? And even when we place our attention on this present moment, how do we meet it exactly as it is, without placing the expectations of our recording on it? So a few thoughts from Hafez that helps us step into today's meditation go like this. He says, what do sad people have in common? It seems they all have built a shrine to the past and often go there and do a strange wail and worship. What is the beginning of happiness? It is to stop being so religious about the past, says Hafez. So what he says is very true, but we have to understand it in the context of the biology that creates that. It's not a moral failing that we hold on to the past and build a shrine and do a strange wail and worship about the past. It is kind of how this biology is designed. When we understand it, we can work with it. The next thought from Hafez says, now that all your worry about the future has proved such an unlucrative business, why not find a better job? Be present. And the last thought from Hafez is, this place where you are right now, this place where you are present right now, God circled this place on the map for you. Our beloved has bowed there knowing that you were coming. Again, asking us to be present right where we are. You could go to war with the scared parts of you for always being stuck in the past or the future, or you can remember that this is not all of who you are. There's another part of you, the part of you that existed long before this body was born and will still be long after. Your soul knows the truth of the recording. These are just the things that happened, and the meaning that your young self made was not always accurate. When we learn to see through the eyes of our soul, then being present becomes our natural state, because there's nothing you've ever come into contact with is more present than your soul is. We all have a recording from which our subconscious gets its information, but you don't have to be trapped by your recording. You can learn to see it in context. Today's meditation does not specifically look at the recording, but it creates the environment in which we become better at taking a step back and observing without buying into or judging or criticizing anything, just observing and seeing. And that's what our soul does. Today's meditation is called Come to Your Senses, because it's very simply observing our body's physical senses, allowing our body to show us what experience it is busy having. It's a great practice to, in a practical way, learn to take a step back and simply allow this vessel to show you what it's experiencing. And that's not so different from what our soul does. So if you're ready, let's float away. You can close your eyes, and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, slowly let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. You can continue this full body breathing on your own time while we pay attention to this body, Our journey today is an exploration of the physical senses of this body. But let's check in with every part of the body for the moment. On your next exhale, as you breathe out, bring your attention to your forehead, the space between your eyes. Are you holding a frown there? Or is everything soft? And then with your next big breath, as you exhale, bring your attention to the space, the area in and around your mouth. Your top and bottom teeth grinding into each other. Perhaps is your tongue pressed firmly into the roof of your mouth? Or how about your jaw muscles? Do you often keep them clenched? For the moment, is everything in and around your mouth softened? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the area of your neck and shoulders. How often are your shoulders pulled up high, level almost with your ears? Do you find that happening? And for the moment, have you completely softened there? Bring your attention to your stomach, specifically your ab muscles. Do you sometimes catch yourself holding tension in your abdominals? It is the one place where tension can hide without us realizing we're holding it there. For the moment, make sure it's all softened. Bring your attention to your butt cheeks. Make sure you're not holding them clenched, but completely softened there as well. And the last is your legs and arms, and specifically your hands. Are they bundled up into tight fists, or are they lying half open in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, further helping our body stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Further loosening up your neck muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Loosening up shoulders and also still neck muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Loosening up the muscles of your upper back. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Imagine yourself to be a sunflower in the breeze, gently swaying left and right, leaning into back muscles, giving your spine some movement. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a space of presence as much as we are able to for the moment, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for this whole meditation, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long and slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and invite softness into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but only for as long as it feels really comfortable, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take a moment to say hello to this body. As you dive in, perhaps even wrap your arms around you and say, hello, body. It really is good to have you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. And the invitation is for you to be the observer, to take a step back and be the witness to all that your body shows you. The first stop is your eyes. What you can see, or in this case, in this example, what you would have been able to see if you were to open your eyes. What we're using our mind to see today. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what would be the most obvious thing that you would see if you were to open your eyes? And as you take a deep breath and dive deep in, use the time to inspect this obvious thing. Look at it with your mind from all its angles. Try and see all of its color and all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Then with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, we're changing gears. We're still sticking with what you can see, but what would be the least obvious thing that you would see if you were to open your eyes? Something you'd have to search around for and find because it's just a little bit hidden away. Find it with your mind, study it from all of its angles. Find all of its color and all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to take a step back and just observe. Just become the witness to the experience your eyes are showing you. We'll take a step down to what you can hear. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. Listen deep into it. And see if you can hear the different layers in this obvious sound. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears, and with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can hear. Something you really have to search around for and go, there's the tiniest whisper there. Then zoom in on it and see how much of it you can hear. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to take a step back and be the witness to the experience that your ears give you. We'll take another step down, and for the next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever works for you in order to smell and taste. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to whatever obvious smell you can find. Are you able to find an obvious smell? Take your next big breath. And then with your next big breath, we'll change gears. See if you're able to find any other smell, anything beyond the first obvious smell. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to take a step back and be the witness to the experience that your nose brings. We'll take another step down to your mouth, and what you can taste, and with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to whatever obvious taste that you can find. Are you able to discern any kind of taste for right now? Take your next big breath. And then see if you can find any other taste, anything beyond the first obvious taste. Take your next big breath. And notice the ease with which you are able to be the observer. Take a step back and simply witness the experience that your mouth gives you. We've got one more stop to do, and that is the surface of your skin. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and find where is the most obvious pressure, the most obvious sensation. And as you take a look at that, see if you can find different sensations and different pressures in this obvious spot. Take your next big breath. And we'll change gears one more time. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, see if you can find a spot on your skin with the slightest sensation. Personally, I like to focus on my forehead or my cheek and see if I can feel the air touch the skin. What do you find? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness to settle into every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back. You can even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I love the simplicity of this meditation, and I always feel like I want to highlight how much of an effect this can have on our way of being. Not to get fooled by the simplicity. Our limbic system, its job is to show us red flags. Whenever there's a red flag, it needs to get our attention so we can prevent bad things from happening. Our limbic system get activated by real danger and also by everything that upsets us on Facebook. And everything in between is a trigger for our limbic system. Our prefrontal cortex is specifically designed to be able to interrupt this limbic system, take a step back from it and say, hang on, is this as bad as I think it is? Animals don't have this part of the brain. They can't do this conscious interruption of their fear system. We can. We're designed to. But if our childhood experience with fear was really big, and especially if that was followed by adulthood in which even more fear came our way, then often when our limbic system is triggered, it gets all of our attention, all of it, without the possibility of taking a step back and interrupting that limbic system with the prefrontal cortex that's designed to do it. However, this can be trained. We can become better at having the fear center of our brain triggered and also taking a step back and saying, is this red flag as dangerous as my body thinks? Let me take a moment, let me take a few breaths and see what's really here. The ability to be the observer, as the old Eastern philosophy would call it. This simple exercise of allowing your body to show you what experience it's having while you take a step back and just observe It trains the same circuitry that slowly make you better at having a trigger in your body go off, and also saying, let's slow down for a moment. Let's not be overreactive. Take a few breaths, soften the body. Let me see what's really here. And that can come from a meditation as simple as this one. Come to your senses. Remind yourself often to stop, take a few breaths, and just go through all of these senses. Let them show you what they're experiencing, and you'll be reinforcing the same new pattern. More calm, less overreacting. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its inner and outer senses. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for becoming better at being the observer, taking a step back and being the non-judging, non-criticizing witness to all of the different things this body experiences. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to understand the operating manual of this vehicle better and better all the time. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for becoming a better operator of my body vehicle. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for becoming a better operator of your vehicle. Thank you, Sunmary. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you, Jesse. And anyone else who's still in the background. Don't underestimate this simple little practice for how much rewiring it does, the space it puts us in to be able to take a step back and be the witness, be the observer, and go, maybe this is not all as bad as my body was thinking it was. Have a beautiful Saturday. Have a great weekend. And if you feel like a quiet meditation, that's tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.